YouTube world, we're live on lunch break. Maybe I don't get anybody on here today. We're gonna go, I did a hers Reaper cheese curls, and I went back to that same location where I got the cheese curls. I actually bought the cheese curl Reaper cheese curls a couple times. Those things are really good. And some people even commented and said that any of the hers that they ever gotten was really some good, it tasted really well. So I thought I'd go ahead and grab another bag of something, 'cause I've never had them. At least I don't think I have, I can't remember. There's some hers jalapeno poppers. See that? Yeah. And then we're gonna read somebody, I finally got somebody on here to talk to. Hey, what's up? We're gonna do a little tasty test, tasty. It says they may bite back. Bite into one of our delicious hers jalapeno poppers flavored cheese curls. That's a mouthful, and it might return the flavor. Might? That's weird. Because behind the big cheddar cheesy flavor is a zesty little pinch of jalapeno pepper that packs a little zap or zing. Don't say we didn't warn you. Like all of our herd snacks, jalapeno popper flavored cheese curls are made from the choicest ingredients available and delivered fresh for your snacking pleasure. And then the guy gets the guy's name. Who is this in here? Trevor. What's up, Trevor? I'm on lunch break right now. Down here on the water in Pensacola, remodeling and storing his property in these buildings, and gonna make a little mini condo down here. Mini condos, little resort. Gonna be a pretty decent little place my buddy and his partners got a hold of. So anyway, I'm on lunch break. I thought, you know what, I've had these laying around for a while to give these a try. I don't know who the other person is on here. I haven't seen any. Let me see if there's any comments on here. Nice. I'm trying to get deal with these comments. Oh, here we go. All right. So it's just been the Trev. Just the Trev. You're making me hungry. Yeah, well, it happens. All right. What we got? Caper Way. What's up, buddy? How's the Canadian? Wait, how you say that? Yo, wait, garbage? No. I lost the accent at the moment. Sorry. You don't really seem like you have an accent, though. Yeah, they look good. Jalapeno popper from hers. I don't know if they have hers in Canada or not, but I'm gonna say though, just trying that one, I like the Reapers better. Definitely hotter, but actually they were surprisingly hot. The Reaper ones were actually surprisingly hotter than I would thought, especially being a commercial, whatever. They usually don't make anything too hot on the commercial side of things. What you got here? I can put these grandpa specs on. Grandpa specs on your breeze. Just finally some nice weather here. Oh, maybe get some are you gonna grow this year? And he said, I don't think so. Yeah. They're pretty good though. Well, yeah, I'm just taking a lunch break. I thought, you know what? I bought these last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then I just been sitting there like, you know what? I think I'll do a little live review. You can what, grow? Oh, you can't grow. Are you on a property you can't do it? I got a little bit of a funny story, kind of funny. I mean, it's funny to me when it comes to gardening. So I moved into this house, my wife and I, like 3 years ago. I don't know how long it was. And it was my manager that I was contracted to this company. And he said, man, if our house ever opens up, I'd like to, I'd be good for having you rent it. Cause he knows I take care of his property for him and stuff. And he lives right across the street. So you move into this place and I'm already getting into the garden mode. I'm like, I'm doing gardening this year. I'm like, and the guy that lived there before me, I actually met him, and he he had these little spots in the corners of the yard where he just and he said he didn't have very good luck in them spots, but I mean, I can see why. Well, the one along the house would have been all right sun-wise, but anyway, you just can't grow in that soil. The soil here in Florida is horrible, horrible. So I was like, you know what? I came across some videos and I was learning some stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a raised bed, and I'm not gonna do a small raised bed. I'm gonna do a garden-size raised bed. It's like, I think it's like 6 foot on one end, 8 foot on the other end, where it does a little L, and then like 20 foot long. And I got it bordered with bricks. You saw it in my videos. You kind of probably saw it. Anyway, I put those bricks in the middle of his yard. I didn't. I thought. I did. I don't remember if I asked him or not. I said I was gonna. I think I mentioned something to him about it, but he didn't know what I was going to do, and I don't think he knew it was going to be like this big in the middle of his yard, and so like in the backyard. So I'm like having all this dirt brought in. I had a box truck, so I was getting all this dirt. I had wheelbarrow. So I got all the dirt up, 2 foot tall, 2 foot deep, to do my raised bed and get away from that crap soil that we have in Florida and start, and I'm like, and then it was like, I'm growing and things are growing, and I'm like, man, I wonder if he's ever going to come over here and see that, because you can't, he's right across the street, but he's directly across the street, so you can't see the yard on the side, on both sides, but you can't see directly behind the house where the garden was at, and the garden is almost as long as the back of the house. I can't remember exactly how it went, but he was always like, I said, yeah, I gotta raise. I told him he's like, yeah, well, what? He's like, all what are you doing in my yard? And I'm like, I mean, the yards are crap. Anyway, it's just a bunch of weeds. And I actually did some extra gardening around the garden that I built and tried to grow some stuff in the soil and tried to amend it a little bit. Didn't work out. Things didn't grow very well, and I just didn't grow there in the morning, and all went back to yard. And so, if anything, the middle of his yard is going to probably grow good, because when I ever do leave, I'm going to have all that soil that I used that's a lot better than the soil he had. I mean, of course, I'll level it out. I'm not going to leave it like that. But anyway, he didn't flip out on me. He was kind of like taken back, I think. But he's not said no. He don't care. Anyway, it wasn't that funny. So I just wasted like 2 minutes of you guys' lives. I'm sorry. I tell you, these chips are pretty good. Anyway, I like these live. I wish they had little windows, like little pictures. And I understand if you had a lot of people on there, it would take up the whole screen. But the only way we can communicate is from the, you're fine, bro. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you, bro. Anyway, so it's like, it's hot down here, man. I mean, we got overcast today. I mean, it's not temperature like, hey, it's like 100 degrees. No, it's like 80. Hey, Kevin, what's up, bro? How's Hawaii weather? Probably really awesome. Here, like, the weather it's so stinking humid right now. Like, I've been in the shade and there's been breeze off the water, but it's so sticky and hot, and you just sweat the whole time. You're just pouring sweat the whole time you're outside, because even in the shade, because it's so humid. And I think we're only like 80. I don't even know if we're 80 degrees. Are we 80 degrees? 83, low 80s, and maybe mid 80s or something like that. And it's like, I don't know. The humidity in Florida is rough, man. Especially when it starts to get like 98, 95, 98, 100, and then the humidity on top of that, it's so brutal. I've got to do something to protect my plants this year. Last year, I got slammed by the weather. It killed my plants off bad because of the heat. They ended up all getting sick. They all spread, and it just destroyed everything. Carried on to the next year when I was trying to grow stuff for this year. I was still trying to get that sickness out of there. I finally defeated it, finally. Anyway. What up, Dennis? How you doing, man? Just chilling at home, huh? You still going to school, Trevor? Sorry, I take a little break while I chew. I don't want to spit in the camera while I'm talking. But it is hot. I know that. And there's no sun out right now. It's kind of gloomy. But I'm sweating right now while I'm eating here. It's just sticky. But anyway, anybody came in late. I was doing a jalapeno poppers from hers, little taster's choice review to see how these little guys taste. Now, they're not as good as the Reapers. I like the Reapers a lot better because they have heat. These, they said they had a little zing, but I'm not picking up on any zingy anything. But they do taste pretty good. I will give them that. The taste is decent. So if you ever come across any hers, you guys, grab you a bag. I got a lot of others. I think, I want to say, from what I saw, I don't know if they make anything other than the cheese curls, just different flavors and stuff. But the Reapers are the best ones so far I've come across. Yeah, these are good too, though. I give them on taste. I think I gave it. I won't say the Reapers. I gave them a 10, or I give them a maybe a 9 or something like that. On these, they do have like this. I mean, it's a jalapeno taste, is what that is. I think I'm picking up. I still only gonna give it. I'm gonna give them an 8 on flavor. 0 on heat because there's no heat. At least not for me. So, but they are good. Anybody say anything? I have to catch up on these. You should put you know what? I thought about that, but I didn't have any with me. Not this time. I usually put some in my lunchbox and like carry around with me. But knowing that coming from you, well, along with some hot sauce and whatever else you can get on there, live fire and stick it in your mouth. You're crazy, bro. I had to cut back a little bit. I was getting to the extreme. I was hurting myself, man, too much. I was like, when I'm doing something, you know, I can handle, maybe, yeah, I'm gonna get some cramps, and I don't, it's that's the weakness. Like, I'm pretty, like, pain tolerance wise, but I've always been weak in my stomach where I can't handle pain in my stomach very well. And so you have those cramps, and not only would it do that, it just would carry on. Like, I'd be like feeling bad for a week. And to me, even trying to work and stuff, it's not worth that. I got another challenge I got to do. Somebody gave me the ball of doom from Brad, the Brad Warden show. He sent me a ball of doom. I think it's Reaper powder and infused Reaper. It looks like candy or something. I gave one of them away. I still have the other one. I need to do the one. I don't want somebody to make something for me and then me not review it. I've got somebody sending me Reapers right now too that had extra. I actually came across one of my 7 pots actually yesterday. The one I got a picture. If you go to my Facebook, you see the picture I got with the one with the long tail that's like shiny. I went to that one yesterday and it's actually starting to turn orange already. I'm like, yes, I got one getting ready to ripen. So that's exciting. And it happens to be the one that I took the picture of, which is cool. I guess it felt honored. It was like, you guys, the rest of you guys on the plant, I'm the star here. It really is like the only one on the plant that's shiny. It's weird. Like, it's shiny without the bumps, but most of the other ones have bumps all over them. So it's kind of odd that the plants do that kind of thing. Like, I understand the pheno and all that stuff can be different, but this is like the texture of the pepper is different. Anyway, I think they're going to be super hot. I mean, those Hungarian wax peppers that I grew are growing. I tried some of those the other day. Those things fried my mouth pretty heavy. And they're only supposed to be 15,000. Like, there's no way those are only 15,000. At least the ones I'm growing seem to be hotter. Now, of course, I put mine through the boot camp. See you guys later. Put mine through the boot camp. You know, they went through a survival mode to make it through, and I had like 35 plants going, and only 7 out of 35 made it. And then as I was winterizing them and all that stuff. So anyway, I don't even know where I was going to go, but I'm going. I was saying something, but got the peppers. See, somebody was talking. They're going to tell me right now what I was trying to say. What are you guys all saying here? Hi, just watching the strong storm pass by. Dennis is watching the storm. Nah, I just got back a couple years ago, actually. Okay. Hi, back to him. Hey, everybody, from Kevin. Dennis is the caper way. What's up, bro? Should put Tink on. Haha, I saw that full Robbie on one. Yeah. Depends on what the Tink is. I did that that Doomsday. Never had any issue. Now, of course, if I've done Tink, I get, you know, you get the, sometimes if you're on an empty stomach, it'll kind of cramp up a little bit and stuff like that. Never had any issues. That one, I did it, on a prepared stomach. And that one was the second worst pain that I experienced. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I found out why it was so strong. And it only got me to like a 6 or 7 on the heat burn in my mouth. But the cramps about, was it 5 or 6 hours later? I think it gets up in these small intestines up above. I don't think, maybe you can't get it coated, and maybe the food, the potatoes, whatever, doesn't travel as fast to cover the liquid of capsaicin, and it gets ahead of it. I don't know. All I know is I was in excruciating pain. I was in such agony. I was like, I didn't know. I tried to get comfortable. I ripped off all my clothes. I'm just trying to get comfortable. I'm like, well, no aftermath videos, I guess. Then it finally made me throw up. And after about, I don't know how long it went on for, maybe only 15 minutes, it went away. I was trying to drink something, and when it gets that much pain, you feel like you're gonna throw up. It's hard to try to drink. It's just weird, man. It's a pretty tormenting place to be in. But anyway, stuff affected my stomach days and days and days and days later, and I'm like, I'm getting ready to start that review video that, and I keep saying I'm getting ready to start. I'm going to start at some point the review. I'm gonna do an episode of tinks. I got like 30 tinks right now, people's tinks. I got 3 of my own, and then I've got like 27 of other people's. And I'm going to do a series on them. I'm kind of getting a little bit creative with the intros and a segment with coffee and food and adding little intros into those parts. And I need to get a background, like just a background, maybe a black background or something, just something that's a little bit different. I want to be a little more creative, but just don't have, you know, it takes money to kind of get like a studio is set up or whatever. But, you know, I know I don't have to have all that. I just wanted to try to do something different, but I'm not been able to do it yet. But I plan on doing those, but I don't know if my plan was to do Robbie's of everything. But now that this has happened, since in the plans of making these videos is when all this episode's been happening in my stomach and my indigestion and all this stuff is giving me lots of problems. Even when I wasn't doing like tincture, he was just doing hot stuff, but I was starting to get like sick feeling every day. I'd be nauseated feeling like, man, I don't know what's going on. So it just, I don't know. I just gotta be careful. I'm not gonna overdo it. I mean, right, especially when I'm only getting like 40, 50, 30, 40, 50 views. It's a pain in there. There's not even a payoff. I mean, if you had maybe 1 million views or something, like, all right, I'll pay the price for 1 million views, I think, until I fall over, my guts fall out or something, and maybe not. Anyway, so I plan on doing those Tink videos and everything. Y'all, hey, what's up, old guy? On lunch break down here, doing a little, you said you loved hers the last time I did this video. I'm doing a jalapeno popper hers review. They're definitely not as good as the Reapers that I had, but they are pretty decent. I give them 8 on the taste and 0 on the heat. And so let me get back to these comments. If they don't pop up, I have to like make them pop up. Hey Jerry, what's up, buddy? Hey, I meant to get back to you on your comment on Facebook about the tincture. I'm not selling tincture, man. I've given away some to a few people that was doing reviews. If you want tincture, I'm selling I have a seasoning business. I sell seasoning. I got 4 different seasonings. One that's 13 Flames of Fire, that's really spicy. It's got super hot in it. The other ones are just flavor, good flavor enhancing. Several of these guys on this live right now has gotten those seasonings, but I'm giving away, if you buy four bottles of my seasoning, any kind, you can buy 1 of each, which would be 4, or 4 of one, or 4, break them up, however. I'll give you 3 bottles of tincture free. So that's how you get the tincture. Now I know you were commenting on the capsaicin spit. Technically that one has not been released yet. So we'll see. I actually have 2 of those I sent out to 2 people for review, and they're supposed to get them, I think, between Saturday and Monday or Tuesday of next week. And I'll see if I want to go forward with that on those. And then later on in the season, of course, as peppers grow, I'll probably be making some more tincture. And I'm actually going to come up with a challenge. I'm coming out with a challenge. It's a pretty creative challenge. I'm going to be coming up with a challenge. I don't think I'm going to make it crazy with no crystals. I planned on doing crystals at first, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to do crystals. I just don't want to take a chance of hurting somebody. After what happened with the Raging Bull and all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'll just do powders and tinctures and stuff like that, flakes. Hi, the like button. Hey, hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Appreciate you. Share. You don't have to share the video if you don't want to, but we're still out live. I got 5 visitors and 5 likes. I'm entertaining, guys. Hey, we want to do a dance or I used to be able to break dance and stuff back in the day. I can beatbox a little bit. You ever heard me beatbox? All of a sudden it goes down to 0 and the people watching. You're like, get out of here, Miller. I thought we'd come to this video for food, man, or for gardening or something. What are you spitting at the camera for? Anyway, man, I appreciate you guys joining me today. During my lunch break. It's hot, but Jerry, best entertainment this morning. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. My fingers are starting to melt on the bottom of this. I better go ahead and try this here. 13 flames of fire, dude. My second batch was hotter than the first batch. I think you got the first batch. I think I didn't send the. I made a second batch and I actually accidentally made it hotter. Whoops. But I haven't had anybody complain about it. But it's definitely hotter than the first batch. But I'm about to be out. I have I think maybe no, I got a little bit. Actually, I got 10 bottles left still. 15 bottles left of that. I have hundreds of the other stuff. But that one's hard to come by because it's super hot powder, you know, and I'm still waiting on my peppers to grow and all that stuff. So it's actually a very expensive seasoning to do if I have to buy the powder. And I have to do it in such a way where I have to at least 13 super hots in it, or I'm false advertising, and I'm not going to do that. And so I make sure that, and where I'm getting the pepper powder, and they're doing me a favor by putting that many pepper powders together, which is nice of them. So that's one thing I want to make a video about. You know, and we talk about some people like address the negative or, you know, cut that out and all that. I just want to tell you, man, I really appreciate some of you guys out here, or anyone that I have a relationship with. I've had some really, you know, I just do. I appreciate the community of friends that I've grown, that I've gotten in this, and being on YouTube, being on Facebook. And I know I had a Facebook account for years before, and then I shut my Facebook off for about 5 years. And then I started the seasoning business. I was like, you know, I probably need to get relationships and friendships and to help grow the, you know, to help to grow the, which it hasn't, you know, it's still super slow. But the positive thing is not, and that's never been my motivation, just to get the money. That's not it. But it does take people to get your product, you know, to get the word of mouth and, you know, and all that stuff. And I've been generous in giving stuff away, probably giving away more than I should. I know they say you give all your stuff away, you're never going to be successful. It's hard. I just like to give away stuff. That makes me, you know, it's just who I am. But I just appreciate a lot of the folks I've come across, the friendships I've got with you guys, and I've had some hits and had some run-ins with some folks that we misunderstood each other, or something happened and they just issues, or I addressed somebody and they didn't like it, or whatever it was, and I understand these things just happen in life. It's all good. Hey, what's up, Bull Cow? What's up, dog? You've got on one of my lives, man. We're going a lot of different directions, but this originally started from some jalapeno poppers from hers. But I was just talking about the people that I've, you know, friends I've gotten, some of them closer to others. I've got people that even call me. You know, I've got folks that will call. We got telephone number exchange. We text each other. We call and talk to each other weekly now. that I've met on YouTube, that I've met on Facebook. And I just really appreciate you guys. You know, it's hard to find some really solid, good friends, people that, and I'm real transparent. I'm not, some people are like, man, I'm really, some people get uncomfortable with me sharing too much stuff about myself. And I'm like, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just not going to hide anything. And I know sometimes maybe too personal is too personal. And I haven't put all the stuff that's been going on in my life and with my wife and with my kids and all that with everybody out there. But it's, most people know. I think I put enough hints out there or said enough in a video or made a comment somewhere that I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm not, you know, I'm not bashing my wife either. She struggled. She got herself in a mess. I mean, she's doing good now, but she's still not. She's still captive, if you know what that means. Anyway, bless her heart. That's what we say in the South. You say when you say something about somebody, and then you're like, how you get away with saying something about somebody is you have to end it with bless their heart. Anyway, I just appreciate you guys, your friendship and your channels and the content you guys put out and just the flavors of the personality that you are and creativity and just, you know, supporting me and being there for me and being my friend. And I don't know, it's just awesome. It's awesome to have people, you know. I think God never intended for us not to have relationships, not to have friendships, not to have community and bonding with people. And when we get isolated, which I've done it for a while, I got isolated. It's a cold, dark place to be, man, when you're trying to walk by yourself. And there was times when I only had YouTube people that I was friends with. I didn't have anybody local. That's not nobody's fault, but you know, that's the stuff that I had chosen to do by not getting out more. So anyway, Jerry, what are you saying, Jerry? What up, dog? Bull cow. Hey, bull cow. Uncle Bull cow. First year growing the peepers. Got that tie and cherapita. I'm having trouble getting a cherapita going, man. This is my third attempt on a cherapita, and I still am having issues trying to get that thing to grow. Like, I don't know what the problem is here. I'm still concerned about the little babies I've got. Because I got a late start out here in the spring, and they're just not summer heat. If I would have planted them in the ground in March, it would have been different. But we'll see. Some of them are going to make it, I think, but there's other ones I'm still very questionable. Very questionable. Anyway, I give an 8 on flavor and 0 on heat on the Herz jalapeno poppers. But anyway, guys, I guess I'm gonna get off here. I've just probably been going for a while. What was that? 28 minutes. Bam. Picking up some watch minutes. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and I might try to make a few videos this weekend. I do have a ripe super hot. Just it was yesterday. I noticed it. So it's the picture I have on my Facebook. That guy there started to ripe yesterday. It's orange. It's turning orange. So that's cool, man. I'm really looking forward to the what's up, Mac? Mac TV in the house. Mac TV in the house. Cheers to you too, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get off here. I get ready to go back to work here shortly. So till next time, thank you guys for hanging out with live MILLERTIME Family Foods and Gardening.